is just catching cruise. That's what they say. I'm just catching cruise. Sometimes you can't even tell if something is genuine or if someone is lying about it. These days, a problem shared can be a topic of discussion anywhere, even on social media. Nigerian singer Korede Bello has said that he would never bring his personal problems to social media, if he had any. The singer made this known while replying to a fan who asked about his well-being amid conversations about how some record label owners treat their artists following the death of singer Mohbad. And this was his response. I'm going to read it out word for word. He said, "I am well, but even if I am not, I will not be on the internet talking about it because I wouldn't want people to consume my pain as entertainment. Beauty and bliss, thank you." So, he wouldn't want people to consume. He wouldn't want people to use his pain as entertainment, because it seems like if everybody needs entertainment these days, what they do is to go on social media. That means if you're bringing your pain on social media, someone is definitely going to consume it as entertainment. And that is why I'm asking, really. You know, there are people that have problems and they need advice desperately. While they will talk to those in their inner circle, they feel like if they get responsive from people who do not know them directly, it will yield some form of results. That is why some of them will choose to remain anonymous. Some of them will go to the DMs of popular people, asking them to post their problems and have people react on them. Now, we need to go on a commercial break, but when we come back from that commercial break, I'll explain further what I'm trying to explain at this moment. On Twitter, we're at Nigeria Info PH, and our Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Go there and be a part of the conversation. On Threads and Instagram, we're at Nigeria Info FM _PH. You can also send a WhatsApp message to the WhatsApp number. It is 0809 030 6416. Like I said, we'll come back, I'll reel out the numbers and explain further. Do stay tuned.
Raso Good Governance. Good Governance Raso.
back to the sunny side. If you're just joining us, welcome. We're talking sharing problems on social media. And I did start off by saying that once upon a time when I used to host a show, there was something called the Agony On segment. And this segment gave room for people who had problems to call on the show to ask for advice. Advice only. All right? And you can choose to reveal your name. You can choose to remain anonymous. You can either choose to call or send a WhatsApp message. Now, anchoring that show for well over how many years? Roughly 4 years plus. I knew firsthand that people were going through a lot. I needed a safe space to be able to unburden. And not just unburden, but actually get other people to advise them on what to do. And it did help for as long as we had that particular segment on the program. Now that is radio. But away from radio, once upon a time, there used to be something called, it was a part allotted on a newspaper or magazine publication where people who had problems would write. So it may be Dear Juliet or Dear Auntie this or Dear Auntie that. Okay, the person in question was the agony aunt. So you write your problem today seeking advice from this so-called person. Dear Juliet or Dear anyone. And you will wait for the next publication to come out. And hopefully by the time the next publication is out, Dear Juliet or Dear anybody must have responded. So you get your answers following the next publication. And that took a lot of time because if someone needed answers immediately, the person will have to wait till forever for another publication to be out. And what if multiple persons had sent their problems in writing via those newspaper or magazine publications? It only means that whenever she replies, okay, she replies. If it will take a month for her to reply, it just took us back to the days of letter writing. Good, you send a letter today, and before you know it, your letter does not arrive at the destination till months later, and sometimes the letter may never even get to arrive. All right, so there is social media. Social media where you get answers fast. If I go on Twitter now and I say, please, I need a good hairdresser in Port Harcourt, preferably in XYZ location. I put it to you that I would see as many suggestions as possible. Try this person, she's so good. Try this person, she's so good. Try this person, they're so good. My colleague once upon a time had a challenge, and she had put out the stuff and had as many people retweet as possible. And the long and short of it is, at some point, she got answers. So people are exploring that options now to not just seek help, but also ask for advice. After all, a problem shared is a problem solved or half solved. How does that apply in today's world, where people see social media as a cruise catching venture or cruise catching environment? How does that apply in today's world of social media cruise? Because these days, a problem shared can be a topic of discussion anywhere, even on social media. A problem shared can have people denying that it never happened, may have people telling you are a liar, may have people saying why, may have people cursing you for being so stupid, may have people who will not genuinely say, okay, you messed up, however, this is how you should go about it, or this is what you can do. I was given an instance before the commercial break that some people write to some influencers, they send it to their DM, they choose to remain anonymous. Dear Joro Alafin or what? Dear Denise or Dear Jude, please keep me anonymous. I've been married for the past 10 years. And for the past 10 years, my husband has not touched me. Yes. What do I do? He claims he does not have any problem. He has refused to go to the hospital. Nobody will even believe me if I say that for the past 10 years, my husband has not touched me. My in-laws keep coming after me to say I've not given them grandchildren. How do I come out and tell them that the reason I haven't given them grandchildren is because their son has not been touching me? And then you will see a lot of reactions, 1,000 something comments. Why is your other not touching? Do you have body odor? Why? Why is it? Why is that? Or does he have another woman? Madam, are you sure your husband is not impotent? Somebody else will come and say, use me as a disbelief button. Use me as a dislike button. I bet this woman go and sit down. These and more are some of the things that happen on that space. And I also mentioned the Nigerian singer Korede Bello has said that he would never bring his personal problems to social media if he had any. The singer made this known while replying to a fan who asked about his well-being. Remember, he also, belongs to a record label. Amid conversations about some record label owners and how they treat their artists following the death of singer Mohbad. And in his response, he said, I am well, but even if I am not, I will not be on the internet talking about it because I wouldn't want people to consume my pain as entertainment, beauty, and bliss. Thank you. And that is why I'm asking this question. Can you, as an individual, seek help or advice on social media? Because people even go on social media to say they are broke. They do not have food to eat. Or they are stranded in XYZ place and they feel like they are in a dangerous spot. They are sending out this message so that anybody who will see it can help ask for help. They even video the environment they find themselves and they post it on social media. And before you know it, they get help. For those who look for advice, they eventually get advice, be it good or bad. They even get bashing and criticisms and what have you. So can you seek help and advice on social media? Now, if you can, I would also like to know, what kind of problem would you have that may prompt you to seek help or advice on social media? Let's talk. 0817 923 0002. That is 0817 923 0002. WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809 030 6416. That is 0809 030 6416. On Twitter, at Nigeria Info PH is a Twitter handle, and Facebook page is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Remember to turn down the volume of your radio set as you call and be audible so we can hear your call screener is on standby to take your calls first and read your messages. I will read your messages. A call screener is to take your calls first and pass you on to me in the studio. So when you do call, the first voice you would hear will not be my voice, but that of the call screener. I would also like to encourage new callers to not just listen, but be a part of the conversation as well. Having said that, I have my first caller, Ikechi from Eneka. Good afternoon to you, Ikechi. Welcome to the sunny side.
Good afternoon, Didi.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Hi, I thank God for everything.
Okay.
All right. Social media. I'm posting your problems on social media. I would like to add my 2 cents.
Okay.
You see, there was a guy who posted on Facebook that he was having some problems, mentally, the rest. He was bashed for being and some people advised him. I did also.
Okay.
If you go to my own Facebook page, I post facts. Someone even came to my DM and was telling me that I was so useless for posting facts. I mean, look at that. So, it really becomes something else. What is so wrong with posting about that Russia is the richest nation in the world due to its natural resources. And so, in essence, the thing is, if I were to post a problem on social media, I would personally do it on a group chat that I have over the years understood. I wouldn't post it public. Now, I'm going to give you a warning of advice. Don't carry your problems to social media in its entirety. Find someone at least to confine this in, because they turn problems into something else. Okay, like this Mohbad death now. Some people are using it as comedy. Laughing at him, saying that he was stupid, all manner of things. So these are the reasons. It's also human beings that turn social media into a very toxic place. So it is better for one, at times then, what causes this bringing issues to social media is if you see teenagers saying they can't tell their parents this thing. Because the parents will just get up in anger. So it's human relation that is causing all these problems. And I'll kindly wrap it up, Mr. Ikechi.
All right. Thank you, Ikechi from Meneka. Mrs. Zion from Jerry, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
I have personally rescued a marriage here in Port Harcourt through social media.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but yes. And it was just like few days for that marriage to crash, where the friend posted this and this. And honestly speaking, a lot of advice, contributions, yes, no, yeah. I never wanted to say anything. I just stated just one word. And the lady sent me a DM. And we followed through. By the grace of God, that marriage is intact. Social media. The truth is, it depends on the kind of problem you want to share. Depends on the kind of advice you want. To be honest, if those people wanted the obvious in that issue, as in, no, let this marriage end, there is nothing I can do. Nothing I can do. But they brought up this issue because there are options, and they are looking for just a narrow escape. A narrow escape. What was the offense of these people? Grievous offenses. The truth is this. The social media is a broad environment where even the damaged people are there looking for who will sink with them. And if you are doing well, they want to drag you down. I want to say to some certain posts, people something very serious. Somebody from nowhere will come. I'm just looking for 500 naira. I'm hungry. For the past 2 days, I've not eaten. I'm looking for just 500 naira. Serious matter. So you look at it, that environment, social media per se, you can share your issues if you are like in a dilemma. Not that you're taking a final decision, no, but just like in a dilemma and you are looking for options you want to weigh. Because through that environment, you can contact something different.
Okay.
Well, that environment too has also destroyed a lot of people. A lot of people came there and they were damaged, destroyed. So one just has to be careful. But from me to you, I think you should look for someone more advanced.
Okay.
Within the locality.
For advice. All right. Real Gift from Port Harcourt Town. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon to you,
Good
Lady
afternoon. Welcome.
Thank you. You know, if you don't go close to a palm tree, you won't know a kernel that is ripe on that tree.
Ah, I don't know.
And so, thank God now you know. To God be the glory.
To God be the glory indeed.
If you don't push your issue or your story to social media, definitely no time now Dokubo. So the largest extent will not know it. The thing is this. It is possible for you to get advice. But my worry is this. A lot of persons who do comments or commentary on this particular issue of yours are not doing it from the angle of genuine advice. Some are doing it as a result of maybe their own experience. Let's say somebody has a broken home or a failed marriage. Now, most times you find out that anything that has to tailor towards that direction, they are now putting out their own experience to the forefront to tell you that as you do, that it's possible that your story and their own are not the same. But because they are coming from a place of broken heart, that's what they push to you. And in most cases, you find out that what you get from different persons, because you are not getting from different persons, because I've told you before, that the goat owned by the community suffers from malnutrition. So when all these advices from both genuine and non-genuine ones come, you find out that it's even difficult. In fact, before you carry and go there yourself, wait till you see don't heavy past that one. And that is where confusion comes in. For me personally, I've not seen anything. Or for now, I never imagine what thing will happen to me. Then I'll now push it out to the social media for me to get advice. Because if I cannot advise myself on issues that concern me personally, then I doubt.
What if it's not just advice? Yes. What if it's a call for help? For instance, yes. On my way to work yesterday, I witnessed this firsthand. The route I took to work had 2 police checkpoints, one on this side and the other on the other side. Now they stopped me and they said, "Madam, we are doing stop and search." And they said they wanted to see my documents and my license. At the point where I was about to open my pigeon, what's it called now, to get my documents, they say, there's a baby in the car. Okay, madam, you can go. And I said, okay, thank you. I saw that they didn't stop any other vehicle. Oh, it's my own. They sought to stop. I don't know why. Now I turned, and on my turning to go to the other side, I saw a small vehicle that was conveying cows. You know cows, live cows, Nama. Yes. Good. Right in front of me, they let other vehicles pass. But they stopped that guy conveying cows because he was carrying livestock. They were asking for money. At the point where I was about bringing my phone to record, I saw when he had brought out how much to give to them so that they could allow him pass. And the policeman was so angry and furious and was like, "What's this one you are giving me? Park! Come on, park!" The come on, park is that what you are giving me is not what I want to collect. So if you don't want to be delayed here, you guys drop something bigger. So furious and angry like it was his right. Remember, they said stop and search. If you wanted to do stop and search, you tell him to park, Abi. Or you bring down this livestock. Let's see if you are carrying any other thing. That guy may have decided that this thing these people are doing is wrong. And if I go and report them, they may say I'm lying. So I want to go live on Instagram, gang. I want to go live on Facebook, gang. I'm going to post about this for people to come and see and help me. Because at that point, he needed help. I couldn't wait to see what transpired afterwards. This was what I witnessed. He may decide to have done that to call for help. And before you know it, help will come. This place looks like Obirikwere. Okay. Where is that Obirikwere? Or your first command? Or who is there? Or who can get there to verify this story? I don't know if you get how some of these things work. This is how some people have been rescued. Because they made a post on social media.
That is when you have the opportunity to do so at that point in time. Because it is possible that if one of them cites him doing that, definitely the story could change. For me, I believe that I'm not saying it's a bad thing completely. No. But like the question you asked, personal stories, for me, I will not. But if it is something for help, like you said, they cry for help. I might, when it is not personal.
Okay.
But if it is personal, the truth is that if it is something that is happening on the road, personal, I can push it out. Just like the narrative you just gave, the scenario you just painted.
Okay.
That one I can push. But if it is something that happened behind the curtain, my lady,
Okay.
see no evil, speak no evil.
See no evil, speak no evil. Some people have called out for financial help. And it was not 500 naira. These people were in desperate need of financial help. And the only way they could do it was to come out and speak out. And some well-meaning Nigerians did some background verifications and discovered it was true. And they now started seeking other people to join and donate. I think sometime the GoFundMe thing, trended, right? Someone needed help for something. I knew in Port Harcourt there was someone that we helped raise money for their brain tumor. It was publicized on social media. It may not have taken the person may not have been the one to directly put it out. Someone probably sought his consent to put it out. And the whole of Port Harcourt, including the entertainment industry, OAPs treated, those in entertainment industry treated, we're calling out, we're sharing that this person is a bright musician. This is his diagnosis. He was diagnosed with this tumor, that tumor. He requires XYZ million naira to go for surgery. If you can just help, your 1,000 naira will go a long way, or your 2,000 naira will go a long way. Now, that's using social media to seek for help. And the good news is, for every time money was donated, for every time the amount kept increasing, we were still publicizing that we've been able to raise 1 million, so thousand so far. We've been able to raise 2 million, so thousand so far. We'll come back and say, we are almost at the 5 million naira goal. And even when we exceeded the amount, like people kept donating and it became more than the amount that this person was looking for surgery, people were still donating. Now, he may not have directly asked for the help, but at some point he okayed it. So it may seem like he had used social media. It was his personal problem. He would have died. But no, he didn't at the end of the day. Because social media came together, shared and shared, publicized and publicized, and he was able to gather the money for his surgery, and he's very much alive today. Once again, can you seek help or advice on social media, or you rather want to hold your problem in your pockets? What kind of problem would you have that may prompt you to seek help or advice on social media? Alabere from Obirikwere. Good afternoon to you. Welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. My name is Alabere, like you said. From the topic you are saying, for me, social media is like a society.
A society, okay?
So whatever you want to achieve from it, you will get it. If you want to achieve something bad from social media, definitely you will see it. So for advice, for me, if somebody has an issue and the person is depressed or something, the person can bring it up on social media. That's my opinion. The person can bring it up because in society like this, you can get solutions to your problem if you listen carefully. Now, one of their callers said something that he settled a marriage that is almost broken. And that is through social media. And that's the power of social media. Let me shock you. This weekend I just passed on Saturday, I got married. And the lady I got married to, I met on Facebook in Port Harcourt here.
Okay.
So social media for me is not a bad place for people to bring out their problems or to find solutions to their problems. That's for me. I don't see that as a bad place for people to get what they want from social media.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Barry from Bori, welcome to the sunny side. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's good. Lots of because there are us who are out to do not just my advice. I haven't chosen to discuss an issue. Yeah, if I have, I will for perhaps offer advice that we use not be there for now.
Oh dear. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Not I said.
Oh dear. Hello. I'm so sorry, Barry. You would have to call me back. The network is not nice. Just a few seconds, please. I would like to read your messages on Facebook this time around. So, Man Johnny says, good afternoon. Yes, I can seek help or advice on social media, but it depends on the type of problem. Some problems should not be exposed to the public in order to retain my dignity and respect. Catch you next time. Neka Wazomi says, good day, Didi. My name is Neka. In my own case, I take it to God in prayer and no one else. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Interesting. Soki Fubara said, it's good to share your problems with friends and family. The fact that we don't know everything makes sharing necessary. If you share and another hears your problem, solution may be by the corner. For social media sharing, it has its pros and cons. You must weigh the scenario and you should be open to criticism. The social media users will lash out on you. This one says, hi, good afternoon. When I find people asking for money to eat on social media, I give them a list of things they can do to make money instead of begging. Because teach a man to fish and you'll feed him for life. But give him cash and he remains a beggar for life. As you said, when people genuinely need financial assistance, it is right to give. Also, when you have some productive, excellent ideas, it can be shared on social media for others' benefit. Eregoba IC sent that in. Promise from Mumo Demaya. Welcome. Go ahead.
All right, my sister. I think seeking advice from social media is not a bad one.
Okay. Is this something you'll be willing to do?
This, people should know that every day that breaks is classroom. Everybody you meet that day is your teacher. Everything you learned that day is what we call your experience. So I think, to me, social media, you can get even some of the best advice that will help you. It has helped so many persons. Example, me talking to you. So I think social media, you can get your best advice from even the social media.
Okay.
Because when it comes to social media, before it comes out like that to social, when we talk about social media, we are talking about people that are careful before they bring out any information.
Okay. All
we are talking about people that don't bring out fake news. People that are very, very they are meticulous in whatever information they are passing across.
All right.
So I think it's one of the best places you can get your advice. Thank you, Ejeku Promise Solomon.
All right. Thank you, Ejeku Promise. I have Israel from LMA. Hi, Israel. Welcome. Go ahead.
Okay. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I wish you happy birthday in advance very soon.
Oh, yeah, very soon. I think it's roughly, is it 12 or 10 days or how many days from today? Go ahead.
Okay. Concerning this matter on ground, it is very, very good for someone to bring challenges into social media. Many people have solutions on this net. And there is not every problem you go to social media. Some you go to God in prayer.
Okay.
Some in your family. The major one that you cannot solve by yourself, like somebody who has a very serious matter that is for amount of money. And go to social media. Any good Nigerian?
Thank you, Israel. Someone says, I would rather share my challenges on social media than share my problems. 60% of those that will view your problems on social media will only make a joke out of it than prefer a solution to it. 20% will be happy you have it. 10% will not care. Only less than the remaining 10% will act after you to know what you are going through. Example of my challenges I can share on social media is, please, who knows where I can find a functional 1991 model Volkswagen Beetle car? Anything more serious than this will never come from me. Some people call me jobless on social media because I was posting every news update on my feed and I was forced to stop. These are people I am far more better than. For those that believe they can get solutions to their problems there, I wish them well. Ananobi Onyekachi Casey. And this one says, there's nothing wrong asking for advice on social media. I have personally asked for business ideas on Facebook. Believe me, I was able to pick among the suggestions something good for myself. I understand it is difficult to expose some issues that are too personal on social media. One has to be careful about what is posted. Treasure from Port Harcourt. Okay, unfortunately, I read one more message, and that will be all. Okay, I think you already sent this on WhatsApp, so I think that's all the messages for now. Up next is Trending Stories, and thereafter the Connected Development Program, and what follows after that is the All on Energy recorded program. Let me see if I can sneak in one final one. Good afternoon, Didi. For me, I can seek any help or advice from social media. And for you guys' information, I have a cousin who has a heart problem. That young boy is the only son of a pastor. Please help the young boy for heart surgery abroad. Americana from Obakri. Okay, and this is not a platform for those kind of problems. But I get you. The truth of the matter is, be careful when you choose to share.
You're tuned to